guys, and welcome back. Today I have a brand new collection by Wet n Wild. This is the Crystal Cavern Collection. Whoops. This has yet to even hit their website. I don't even know when the official launch date is. They launched it in a few select stores early, and my stores was one of the lucky ones that actually got the collection early. I was so happy when I saw it. I tried to grab as much of the collection as I could in order to give you guys a sneak peek at these products, tell you guys what's good, what's bad. I'm here to give you guys all of the details, so when the official launch date does happen, you already know what you want to grab. The ones that I really want to make sure I got all of them of was the lip glosses. I picked up all 4. I also grabbed all 4 of the Rollerball perfumes. I grabbed one of the Brightening Rocks, one of the eyeshadow trios, and one of the Megaglo highlighters. I really only missed out on the makeup setting spray and 3 different eyeshadow trios, and I think 1 other shade of Megaglo highlighter. But I tried to grab as much as I could. I mean, it does add up when you're shopping at CVS, that's the only thing. I'm thinking I want to start with the eyeshadow. First, let me give you guys a little sneak peek of the other eyeshadow palettes that they had. They launched with the Jade palette. Keep in mind that all 3 of these shades are going to be shimmers. It does say that on the side little paneling where the eyeshadows were. They also launched with the Amethyst palette, which is more of a purple tone. They launched with the clear Quartz, which looks like it has brown, a gold, silver in it. And then lastly, the one that I picked up, which was the rose Quartz. So these are going to be a lot of repeating factors within it. These are the 4 crystals that they are basing the collection off of, because even within the perfumes they have little rocks, or crystals, sorry, inside of them. So those are the crystals they're kind of basing this entire collection off of. Here's a closer look at the Rose Quartz eyeshadow trio. This retails for $4.99, and let me just do some quick swatches of these. Here is the top shade from the little triangle, the second, which is a little bit more coppery pink, and the third shade. All 3 are shimmery, it's just kind of different levels. This one is a duochrome, the one in the middle here, which goes from a copper to a pink glittery shift. Since these are all shimmeries, I'm gonna be using one of these to incorporate with it. I'm just gonna use the more neutral transition tones in this, but I wanna use my Glamour Squad. I'm gonna begin with the transition shade right up top. And I did already prime the lid, so we're all set there. So I'm just gonna go right in, working this into the crease with my Sigma E40 brush and just blend this out. Then I wanna go in with this shade. Hold on, let me point at it with the brush. This one right here. And I'm just gonna use my Morphe, pigment, Morphe Y19 brush to work this into the crease. Or not the crease, the outer V. And I'm gonna bring it in a little bit in towards the crease. I'm bringing it in about 2/3 of the way, just being very gentle with it. And then I don't want it to get too smoky, but I feel like I just want a little extra touch of something. So I'm gonna go in with this bottom transition shade, which is a little bit of a darker brown. And like I said, I don't want to go with too much color, so I'm just tapping in very gently with a small little brush. This is the Makeup Geek pointed crease brush. And I'm just patting in a little bit in the outer V here, just to add a little extra something, a little extra dimension, if you will. And with no extra product, I'm just going back in with the Morphe Y19 brush, which is the one we just used for the previous shadow. I'm just gonna buff out the edges of this shade using this brush. There we go, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now we can go into, whoops, the little eyeshadow trio here and have some fun. I want to go in with, I'm thinking this shade all over the lid, which is a little bit of the duochrome one, where it has that shift from the copper to the pink. I'm debating if I should cut the crease or not. I think I might just cut it just to be safe. Just gonna take a little bit of concealer here. This is the Milani one. And just quickly carve out a little half cut crease, just to give this eyeshadow a little bit more of a base. There we go, now we are officially ready. So I want to take this shade and I'm gonna be giving it a little bit of a spritz just to be safe. Let's see how it does. This is the MAC 248 brush I'm using it on, and ooh, that is pigmented. Wet n Wild for sure has some bomb shades. I think they are so great for the price. I mean, come on now. So I'm just putting this everywhere where I place that concealer. I'm just not gonna bring it all the way into the inner corner because I think I wanna use one of the shimmery shades. Okay, so I left this little part blank because I wanna try to take this very light pink shade. Looks almost a little bit purple. Light pinky purple. I'm gonna put this on with the Morphe 122 brush, and I'm actually putting this one on dry. Got a little bit of fallout when putting it dry, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of spritz. Put a little more. Just pop it in there. I think that works really nicely in the inner corner too. I'm just gonna drag it in a little bit onto the lid. Then let's use the other one on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna coat up my brush here. I think just to be safe, I'll give it a little spritz too. And I'm gonna try to use it on the Luxie 209 large shader that we just got in the BOXYCHARM box. Just run it all the way across. Hold on, let me try to use a little bit smaller brush. That one might have been just a little too large. This one's still a Luxie, but this is their mini angled brush. And I did get just a little bit of fallout with that particular shade, but I think that actually looks kind of cool on the lower lash line. It's a little bit of a darker purple shade, and it gives it a little bit more of a smoky illusion with this eye look, but I quite like it. I think these three shimmery shades are really pigmented, are really beautiful. So let me just finish up the other eye doing the exact same steps, pop a little bit of mascara on, some lashes, and I'll be right back. I was just feeling the look today, so I went a little bit extra with the lashes. I decided to stick with the Wet n Wild theme, and I used their new Mega Volume mascara, and then I threw on the Violet Voss lashes in Just Slayin'. So now let's move on to some highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Megaglo Brightening Rocks. And when you open it up, you get this really large sponge, and then you get the rocks underneath. And these are the Infinity Stones. I'm not sure if they have different varieties of the rocks themselves. This is the one I have. These mega rocks are $6.99. So let me rub my finger against some of these rocks, see if I can swatch it. Here's a close-up of what the brightening rocks look like with a finger swatch, and it's super shimmery, very glittery. It does have a cool shift with all of the colors. You can kind of see the hints of the green, the pink, the purple, and of course the white. I'm actually gonna use this new brush I got in the Ipsy bag and try to run it along the rocks here. And I'm going to be very gentle because these are pretty fragile. If you use a little bit too much pressure, they do start to break apart. Like one of the rocks in there is already split apart. You can see it down there. So let's pop a little bit of color right here. I mean, that is so reflective in the light. Woo, I'm gonna put a little bit up here too, just highlight in the face. And I'm only gonna put on one half because I do have the other highlighter I'm gonna use on the other. And on camera, I'm not sure if it's picking up as much. It looks a little bit subtle on camera, if I'm seeing it right, but in person it is quite blinding. I mean, it is very reflective when you turn your head. I am very curious though how this would look on a little bit tanner skin tone. I don't know, I'm unsure if it's gonna leave a little bit of a white cast since these are brightening pearls. So hold on, I'm gonna go borrow my husband and see if I can use his hand. Everyone say hello to Brian's arm. So let me coat up my finger with these brightening pearls. So here is how it looks on deeper skin. Hold on, one more test. Using a brush. Hey, it doesn't leave too much of a white cast. I mean, you see it a little bit up close, but not too bad. I just wanted to check that since it is a very light and white looking highlight. I mean, it does have those reflections of the different multi-colors, just in case you guys wanted to see that. But I mean, the more you use it, the more crumbly it gets. Oh God, oh shoot. Okay, so this is a little happy accident since I dropped them, but look at this. This is the Jade Brightening Rock. Wow. Okay, let's take the pink. So when you use a brush to it, it can kind of destroy the rocks a little bit, but honestly, if you're grabbing one individual rock, it's not breaking apart in my hand and I'm able to rub it against the skin here. Let's do the clear quartz as it's being called. Wow, look at those shades. I would even just pick up one individual little rock and rub it against the face a little bit. Hold on, let me pick a shade. I'll go with the rose. Let's see if this works. Just take a little bit of that rock. Rub it against here. Ooh, man! Use a brush to blend it out. Holy crap, I went way too heavy-handed now because I already have the highlight with the mix of them swirled around on the face, but wow! That is intense. Okay, so you get like 4 different shades in there. You can swirl them all together. You can use them by themselves. I mean, that is freaking cool. Okay, let's test on the other hand. Let me make sure I use a little makeup remover here. Get all that highlight off my hands so we can test the other one. The second highlighter I have is the Megaglo highlighter. This one is in Crystal High. This one retails for $4.99, which is, I believe, their normal price point for the larger highlighter. Those are one of my favorite formulas. But what's interesting with this one, it is one of these little putty, soft touch highlighters. Ooh, it makes it so much more fun. Let's do a little swatch of it. Oh man, that is bright and reflective. Holy crap. I have used these before and typically I like to use them with my finger, but I just want to see if you can use them with a brush. So I'm gonna coat up my favorite highlighting brush. This is the Morphe Y14, so we're gonna put it on the other side. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is the most strobing highlighter ever. I mean, it's even more strobing than the rocks. Okay, let me take a fingertip that doesn't have any product on it and try to blend that out. Or better yet, let's use the Wet n Wild sponge here. Try to diffuse and blend that out a little bit. Man, that is intense and so beautiful. I do believe they had another shade that was a little bit more gold tone. I unfortunately didn't take a picture of it though, but I am pretty sure they had another shade, if not 2, but diffused out, it's a little bit softer. So, I mean, if you want to go in a little bit lighter, I would definitely suggest using your sponge, maybe dipping into it with your sponge and then tapping on a little bit of product. I mean, that was intense with the brush. Let me just try a little bit with the sponge and apply it like that. Let's take a little bit here, put it down the bridge of the nose. Oh yeah, you can make it really subtle if you do it with the sponge and just lightly dip into it. Get a little bit of highlight there. Wow, I am blinded. I mean, these 2 highlighters are incredible. Holy moly, that's all I can say. So I think it really all depends on what you may want to experiment with, since both of these are fairly new formulas for Wet n Wild to come out with. This cream putty texture highlighter or the little brightening rocks. I mean, both very new, very fun to play with. Just keep in mind that with the brightening rocks, they are gonna crumble quite a bit and break apart, but they were really fun, and so was this little putty highlighter. I am definitely surprised to say that I really enjoy both of these formulas. I was so concerned about the brightening rocks at first and I was like, nah, probably not gonna like it. And it turns out I actually really like them both. Okay, and now I have 4 more products to test out. Let's complete our look with some lip gloss. So within this collection, they launched 4 new lip glosses, which inside of my local CVS, they had a retail value of $4.19. The first one up is Clear Quartz, which has blue micro glitter inside of it. We then have Jade right next to it, which has a green tint to the gloss, but it also has the blue micro reflective glitter inside of it. We then have Rose Quartz, and inside of this gloss, it has pink micro glitter inside of it. And then lastly, we have the shade Amethyst. This one is a purple gloss with the blue micro glitter inside of it. So the only shade that doesn't have the blue micro glitter inside of it is the Rose Quartz. The rest has that blue. These are really pretty, and these two surprised me. They were the ones I was most curious about because they look so beautiful in the tube, but sometimes they're not always as they seem. But I think what I need to do is wipe away the lip color I put on, which kind of has already faded, but just to make sure. And now I want to give you guys some lip swatches of the glosses. So let's start with Clear Quartz. I had to bring you a little bit closer so you could see this gloss in action, but I'm very surprised how good it looks on its own. I think this would look really good on top of another color though, since this is more clear with that micro glitter inside of it, but still very pretty. Now let's put on Jade. Oh man, this one looks a little bit interesting on the lips on its own because you can see that green tint within the lip color plus the blue micro glitter inside of it. I mean, it's pretty cool though, but I would probably top this on top of something else too. All right, now onto the more pigmented lip glosses. This one is Rose Quartz. Went a little bit outside the lip line there, but this one is pigmented enough to stand on its own. I think you can use this and only this and be very happy with the color. Now let's try on Amethyst. Ooh. That is a fun freaking gloss right here. It reminds me of those eyeshadows that go from the red to the blue shift. It's a very fun color, and I'm so pleasantly surprised that it's actually as pigmented as it looks inside of the tube. And in case you are wondering, this gloss, it has a little bit of a stick to it, but not the one where it's uncomfortable on the lips where you feel how it's just sticking together. It's just not overly sticky. I personally hate sticky glosses. I can't wear them, I can't stand them. So these are actually very comfortable on the lips. I think I want to switch back to the Rose Quartz color though. So let me just wipe this off. It was a very fun color. I just wanted to theme a little bit here with the eye color since I have the Rose Quartz shadows on. Now it looks like we just have 4 more products to talk about, and these ones I tested out ahead of time because I wanted to make sure I could really tell you guys about these, how they smelled, the scents in which I could pick up from it. I made a full detailed little list here, exactly what I want to tell you guys about each one of these perfumes. They went ahead and launched 4 different perfume rollers. They have a retail value of $5.99 at my store. They came out with the Clear Quartz, which has the name of Healing. And inside you have the little clear quartz crystals inside. Definitely a fun little detail putting these inside. You then have the Jade Roller Ball, which is supposed to be for prosperity. You then have the Purple Amethyst, which is the balance. And lastly, we have the Rose Quartz, which is supposed to symbolize love. Let me tell you guys about these individually. The first one is the Healing. Now this one has a very strong alcohol smell at first. All 4 of these do have alcohol within it. I checked the ingredients. It's the second ingredient aside from water. Some of them are a little bit stronger than others, and this is definitely the strongest one. It does fade after it is on your skin for a little while, and then you're left with the more perfume scent, but that is something to be a little bit aware of because at first I was like, ooh, that is alcohol-y. And I had to let it air dry a little bit and then I could smell the scent. And just bear with me guys, because I don't exactly know these scents that are in here. They have no descriptions. They're not on the website yet. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they're gonna have some descriptions on the website. So this is purely how I smell these perfumes. So this one, honestly, to me, smells exactly like the Photo Focus Coconut Primer Water. I don't know how, but it's like they captured it in a little roller ball. It smells just like this. So if you've sniffed this, you will know the scent of this. It is actually a really sweet fragrance. It could be a little hint of vanilla inside of it. I mean, it's very subtle, but I really feel like there is coconut within it. At least that's the scent that it gives me. I mean, it's just like the Photo Focus Coconut Water. It's crazy. So if you can get over the alcohol-y scent in the beginning, I mean, it'll fade after just a little bit. That one is really nice if you like that sweet coconutty scent. Second up is the Jade Roller, which is Prosperity. This one I could not smell the alcohol as much as the healing one. That one was a lot stronger. This one, it's a slight scent, but not as strong. You more get a fresh, cool, I also get a little hint of vanilla scent inside of this one. This was a difficult one to pinpoint the scent, but it's just a very fresh kind of scent. That's the best way I could describe it. It's not florally, it's not overly sweet, it's just fresh. Third up, and the one I have the most to say about, is the Amethyst, which is the Balance. Now this one did not have the same strong alcohol scent to it. It is a very musky scent. It's one of those heavier scents. And it actually took my husband sniffing it to realize that it is lavender. I'm pretty sure that is inside of this. Very, very strong though. So if you like a more stronger, deeper scent, you would definitely really enjoy this. Personally, I hate strong, musky scents. That's just me. I prefer the sweeter fragrances. These ones typically give me a little bit of a headache, but if you like those, this is the one to go for instead of the other two, which the first two are the sweeter scents. And then last up, we have the Rose Quartz, which is the Love. This one does have a slight alcohol scent, not as strong as the first one. The first one is the strongest in that scent, and the other two that follow, very subtle. This one, kind of in between. This scent is a little bit more light and floral, and it's actually rose inside of here, which, I mean, it makes sense. Rose Quartz, they put this one to be the rose scent. It is a very beautiful scent. I really enjoy this one. I would have to say that this one is my favorite out of the four, just because I love the scent of roses. It's kind of funny to me that both of these are of the Photo Focus Primer Water scent. Maybe this one is supposed to be the cucumber, I don't know, but this one just smells really fresh. Hopefully I described these as best as I could for you guys. Since there is no tester inside of the stores, it's very difficult to be able to tell which one you want. So just keep those descriptions in mind if you want to pick one of them up. But that is actually the last item I had to share with you guys from the Crystal Cavern Collection. Honestly, I think this was an incredible collection. I was really happy with almost everything. I mean, the eyeshadows I think were gorgeous, very pigmented. Keep in mind, they're all gonna be shimmers. The two highlighter formulas, I was very impressed with both of them. I think it really just depends on what you want to try out. The lip glosses, oh man, I'm so happy that I picked up all four so I could show you guys how they looked swatched out on the lips. I mean, the two most pigmented ones really surprised me in a good way, because I was hoping they were gonna be that pigmented. I hate when you get a gloss that's supposed to look like the outside tube and then you swatch it and it's just no color, maybe some glitter inside of it, and then that's it. Really cool. Definitely choose the one you gravitate towards the most. Don't need to grab all four like I did. I just did it for you guys. And the same with the perfume rollers. I mean, grab the scent that you gravitate towards. It ended up being a really good testing day for new Wet n Wild makeup, but hopefully I was able to steer you guys more towards certain items you maybe wanted to test out, and others that you're like, oh, that's cute, but you know, it's not for me. So that was my goal, to help you guys out for when this collection officially launches. When I hear about the launch date, I will definitely definitely list that down below, put it in the comment section or anything like that, since it's not yet available everywhere. But I just wanted to make sure I was able to test these out for you guys and tell you all about them before the official launch date. But that is gonna wrap up today's video. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!